We are Christ-like people. We aren't intended to live like everyone else lives. We live as worshipers. We live as servants of Christ. And so when it's saying to stop imitating the ideals and opinions of the culture around you and transforming your mind, he's saying, get into my word. Let's have a relationship with me, and through that relationship, your mind is going to change. The things that you value and care about are going to change. The way that you approach people is going to change. I did not write this down in here, and I probably should have, but there was I think it was Matthew, one of the Gospels. There was a lawyer that came up to Jesus and asked, what is the greatest commandment? And he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. I would say that's worship. I would say that sacrificing our lives and giving it all and loving him with all that we are, that's worship. The definition of worship is adoration. It's love. It's deep. So when we are loving God with all of who we are, I would say that that's worship. And then he's calling us to love our neighbors as ourselves. I would say that loving your neighbor is worship. Because if you can't love God, you can't love your neighbor. So if you can love your neighbor and you can love God, that's worship. Kind of blowing your guys' mind on worship, aren't I? It's a little different. So I love this. I just wanted us to hear that God does not look for the best music played ever. He doesn't look for the coolest person in the church. He doesn't look for those things. He looks for the people who honestly want relationship with him. Those are the true worshipers. When it says that he's looking for those who will worship in spirit and in truth, he's saying that those people who recognize that they have him in their heart, that he is already theirs, and they're responding to him in love, that is true. And it happens in the spirit, because the spirit's in our heart. God lives inside of us. Worship goes with us everywhere. We can worship God wherever. It says 365 times in the Bible, do not fear, for I am with you. That means that God is always in our midst. That means that we always can access him. We can always tap into him if we need him. And he's going to respond right away. I think it says in Jeremiah, if you call, I will answer. That's what he does. He wants us, and he's willing to do anything to have us.